boy Benny. Remember when they said that Joe Biden would bring decency back to the White House, but what he really brought was his sex pest, degenerate, criminal son to live in the White House, which he did for years? Hunter Biden lived in the White House for years and served as a de facto advisor to Joe Biden. Meanwhile, they kept discovering little baggies of cocaine all over the White House. I'm sure there's absolutely no connection. Anyway, Joe Biden at the time posted, "No one is above the law," even when his son was being charged in multiple criminal cases brought by his own DOJ because of the demonstrable, obvious crimes that were on Hunter Biden's laptop that his own DOJ tried to cover up. Anyway, juries found Hunter guilty of gun crimes and not paying millions of dollars in taxes through foreign money laundering. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden said many times that his criminal, dead-ass son, who was absolutely guilty of all of these, and admitted he was guilty, pled guilty, actually, that's how guilty Hunter Biden was, and that he would never pardon his son. Joe Biden said it on camera.
To accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
So Joe Biden said this many times over. Joe Biden said it again and again and again. And then Joe Biden's little flunkies that were trotted out, the DEI press secretary, Cringe Jean-Pierre, well, she repeated it over and over again.
Would the president pardon or commute his son if he's convicted?
So I've answered this question before. It was asked of me not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I was very clear and I said no.
Okay. Let me go back to the first question of the briefing. I know you said not a lot's changed since yesterday and that it's a personal matter, but from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Again, you've also said several times that the president would not pardon or commute sentences for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no. And I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Oh, look, here we go. New. Joe Biden makes history as the first president to pardon his criminal son, Hunter Biden. Wow, would you look at that? Who would have thought that a man who is a fraudulent and illegitimate president would behave in a fraudulent and illegitimate parasitic manner to atomize and destroy his party on his way out the door through sick, selfish actions? In this, Joe Biden issues a blanket pardon of his son. For my entire career, I followed a simple principle. Just tell the American people the truth. But Joe Biden lied dozens of times on camera. Joe Biden's press secretary lied dozens of times on camera about pardoning Hunter Biden. And now Joe Biden is saying that his son, who should have faced much larger charges, the biggest charges would obviously be foreign agent charges because he took millions, if not billions of dollars from foreign national governments without ever registering as a foreign agent. This is the simplest charge to ever make. Joe Biden's DOJ had to be pulled kicking and screaming to actually bring criminal charges against the most obvious criminal that ever existed. Yet Joe Biden says that it was a political persecution. I mean, I honestly, I can't believe it. I don't even want to read it because I don't want to get struck by lightning. Today I sent a pardon for my son Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere in the Justice Department's decision-making. I kept my word even as I watched my son be selectively and unfairly prosecuted. It takes a lot to shock me these days. This actually shocks me. This is really something quite remarkable. This is a pardon for 11 years for those offenses against the United States which have been committed or may have been committed, taken part during the period of January 1st, 2014 through December 2024, including but not limited to the offenses or charged prosecuting, including having resulted in. So he's pardoning him for 11 years of crimes. Does that seem a little aggressive to you? 11 years of crimes, starting with, and this is very interesting, starting with this date right here. January 1st, 2014. What is that date? That's the date when Hunter Biden started working in Ukraine. Would you look at that? So is this not an admission of guilt? That this is an actual crime family? Obviously. This should make everyone's blood boil, and it is. This is not going over well with Democrat Party apparatchiks or elected leaders. This is going to destroy the Democrat Party, and they know it. The Democrat Party has lost all high ground. When Donald Trump walks in and pardons every January 6th defendant on day one, they have nothing to point to, nothing to say. Hunter Biden is more guilty than every single criminal defendant on January 6th combined. That's a fact. This proves once and for all that the Democrat Party is an elite cabal of parasites who grift off public office to enrich and protect themselves from crimes, from literal crimes, whatever they can get away with. The DNC is a Ponzi scheme. Add that with the way that Kamala spent money to run a failed campaign that she knew was doomed from the start just to pay off her multimillionaire Hollywood friends. That's what the Kamala campaign was, a massive Ponzi scheme. The Democrat Party is over. It's over. It is insane to watch the Democrat Party atomize and destroy itself. Just 2 years ago, they had full control of the legislative branch and executive branch. And now they're a dead party. Dead. And I'll show you in just a second. Like, Democrats are going to leave the party because of this. They may never win an election again. Why would you ever vote for this? This is the opposite. Look at this is Hunter. This is what Hunter Biden looked like 2 weeks ago. Something bad was happening, and I think with Pam Bondi and Kash Patel taking the reins of justice in the country, this is why Hunter Biden looked like this. Yeah, Hunter Biden pardoned all crimes committed in an 11-year period. What does this say about the criminality of the actual Biden family? This is how much Uncle Joe hates his party. He just guaranteed that Democrats will never be able to complain about anything Donald Trump does at DOJ, as in never. That's right. This is what everyone is saying. Joe Biden has always been a venial liar who utilized his political power to pursue familial gain. So, of course, he's pardoning Hunter. He is always going to pardon Hunter. Hunter was the bag man. They impeached Trump for merely asking about Hunter Biden's corrupt influence peddling, and then he turned around and pardoned Hunter for the teeny fraction of crimes that he committed, that he was only charged with by accident. Truly insane and enraging. A disgraceful action that will be thrown in the face of everyone who highlights Trump trampling norms for his benefit and his supporters' benefits. Yes, that's right. Not a great way to end your presidency, says billionaire Bill Ackman. Again, Joe Biden says in his press release about this, I've always wanted to be clear with the American people. I've always been honest with the American people. Tell the American people the truth. Here, Joe Biden says he will not pardon Hunter Biden. Trump will pardon every single J6 defendant on the first day in office, all of them. Even the people who were engaged in the most criminal acts possible have already been punished far beyond what anybody else would have gotten for the same offenses in D.C. There are political prosecutions. Pardon them all. Hunter Biden is so much more guilty than any of them. In bombshell U-turn decision. Yeah, right. Look at this scum. Scum. Biden is right about one thing. Hunter was singled out for special treatment when it took a national scandal to drag the DOJ into action. If anyone is willfully or so flagrantly didn't pay millions of dollars in taxes, violate federal gun laws, he would have been locked up immediately. That's exactly correct. Joe Biden just gave Trump the ammunition to pardon every J6 rioter, and he has the power to do it. Joe Biden is a corrupt liar. And he and his brother James and the bagman son Hunter all deserve to be in prison for repeatedly selling this country out in exchange for cash, cars, and even diamonds and foreign crooks, expecting official favors from the U.S. government in return. This is exactly right. This is Chris Cillizza. This guy's a big-time leftist reporter. A colossally selfish decision that will allow every Trump supporter to note that Democrats say one thing and do another. That's exactly right. Everyone is turning on Joe Biden for this. Everyone. Everyone. He gave us his word as a Biden. Look at this, John Harwood, psychotic lib, saying this a couple months ago. People who insist that Joe Biden will pardon Hunter are specifically ruling it out or telling on themselves. They can't imagine someone acting on principle and keeping his word. Can we get an update, Mr. Journalist Man? This tweet is still up. A selfish and senile old man, says Nate Silver. The White House consistently lied about this. Biden's stubborn insistence on running for re-election was perhaps the singular most important factor in Trump 2.0, and now he's kicking salt in the wound of the party brand he helped to destroy. This is what everyone is saying. They've destroyed the party. No one will ever be in the Democrat Party ever again. Democrats will never win another election ever again. No president has ever pardoned a direct family member. Joe Biden pardons Hunter, convicted of tax and gun crimes. As expected, Joe Biden has done it. President Trump. Joe Biden pardoning Hunter Biden, whose crimes are more dangerous to society and national security than all J6 defendants combined. You would have overwhelming justification to power all J6 defendants with a stroke of a pen. Free them all. Remember, the depositions and hearings should be on the road. This is what Mike Davis is saying, that if he pardons someone like Hunter or Jack Smith, they can no longer invoke the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination and avoid testifying before Congress and grand juries. If those pardoned refuse to testify, they can face new charges or criminal contempt. Ooh, okay. Oh, man, people, libs. Like Nate Silver is a lib, and they're raging about this. Elected Democrats are raging about this. They say, like, this is great from Sean Davis, a Federalist. A limited pardon for Hunter for the gun crap or the tax stuff, I wouldn't like it, but I could understand it. A blanket pardon for every single crime he committed over the last decade, F that. Time to put Joe and James and everyone else in this garbage family in prison for the rest of their miserable lives. This is exactly right. They have something horrible to cover up. Here's Jared Polis. This is a big time, like, famous politician. He's the governor of Colorado. He's a very famous Democrat, very powerful Democrat. As a father, I can certainly understand Joe Biden's natural desire to help his son. I am disappointed that he put his family ahead of country. This is bad precedent that will be abused by later presidents and will tarnish his reputation. When you become the president, your role is a pattern familias to the nation. Hunter brought legal trouble he faced on himself. He can sympathize with his struggles and acknowledging no one is above the law, the president, and not the president's son. So Joe Biden's getting torched by Democrats, and many saying this is, of course, right when Hunter Biden started working in Ukraine, obviously. Hunter Biden's pardon is a gift to January 6ers, says Julie Kelly. This makes pardoning every single one of them so much easier and so much more acceptable. Joe Walsh, again, another big-time lib who is, who obviously hates Donald Trump and is a big-time Democrat Party backer and supporter. This is utter BS, plain wrong and stupidly selfish. Shame on you, Joe Biden. You've given Trump license now to dole out favors to his family and wealthy friends. And when he does, you've given his supporters the opportunity to say, well, everyone does it. By the way, Biden lied about it. If you pardon Hunter, I'll be able to pardon all the J6 guys, and we can piss off literally everybody all at once. Yeah, that's right. Here's Ronnie Jackson, congressman from Texas. Today, Biden's crackhead son received a full and unconditional pardon, despite a promise there'd be no such thing. Biden and admin are disgraceful liars, but they're far worse. They've just admitted that their party is a criminal enterprise, is just a fraudulent, parasitic Ponzi scheme. That's the Democratic Party. That's the end of the game. Mask off. It's over. That's the end. There is no more Democrat Party. That's it. They've admitted it. Okay? There is no such thing as the Democrat Party anymore. It's a Ponzi scheme. They've told on themselves. The mask is off. The game is up. So hope you enjoy your pardon, Hunter Biden. There you go. Despicable, sick family. And the damage that they've done is incalculable. This is why you're going to get 50 years of MAGA. This is why you're going to get 50 years of MAGA. Good riddance. Good riddance. A pox on their house. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Can't wait to have Cash Patel and Pam Bondi telling us the truth about what the Bidens actually were doing. Because, now that there's no criminal charges, maybe we should just hear it all. Is Biden going to pardon his brothers? Is he going to pardon, like, everybody who's involved in this? Like, pretty much every single Biden family member, not just Hunter. Every Biden family member was, like, part of this and can be criminally charged. Maybe it's time. It's your boy Benny. A lot of work to do. We're excited about it. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.